Do you think
Ask a real question now.
yeah,
What do you want to know?
Thursday?
Yeah.
And then he just sent his high officials to the establishing official diplomatic relationship.
Basically, North Korea's been on very good behavior for 6 months. No missile tests, releasing imprisoned Americans, shutting down their nuclear test site, and talking about denuclearization. So we're in a very good window of opportunity, and I think the leaders are taking the maximum advantage of that to see what's possible going forward.
And he was also going to it's China. China's the problem. But actually, if you look, so they have to know they're secure. And that's very hard to do.
I think part of this there's a lot of communication issues, and North Koreans and Americans historically have a very hard time talking to one another, listening to one another. It's very easy for the two sides to sort of go down their rabbit holes and point fingers. And I think we saw a good week and a half of that, and it led to the summit almost being called off. I think one thing that President Moon was trying to do was to restore the communication channels. I think Kim Jong Un also wanted to restore the channels, and that's why he wanted to meet with President Moon.
To all the money, you think we just want money, and economic. There's other stuff we have to do first. I think that's what they're getting.
I don't think China is the spoiler. I don't think that Kim Jong Un's visit to Dalian explained the problems that we saw in the lead up to Singapore. China is basically supportive of what we're seeing. In fact, it's literally the Chinese policy, denuclearization, peace, and stability of the Korean Peninsula achieved through dialogue and negotiation. That's exactly what we're seeing. So while China worries, of course, about its interests and worries about being excluded, fundamentally China supports the process that's going on. So I don't subscribe to the hypothesis that China, was up to some mischief.
Seems very abrupt for U.S. to make such decisions.
The thing is, people are meeting more than once with Kim Jong Un. He's met twice with Xi Jinping. He's met twice with Jae-in. And that may be almost a kind of clue about how we all think about Singapore. If Singapore happens as planned, it's probably not the last time that Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un are going to meet. This is a really complex problem. This problem is 70 years in the making. And getting to a solution is not going to happen with a one-day meeting. So Singapore hopefully will happen, but it's going to be the start of something, probably not the end of it.
Economic incentive part is at least coercive. That's what they really